Hey, it's A Humble Collector here, and today's video we're doing another unboxing. We're going to be kicking off Sterbebild September this year by doing an unboxing of, I'm pretty sure this is all just death cards. And what's really exciting is the last card I'm going to be showing you guys today is the highest ranking officer of the German military that I've ever had a card for come into my collection, which is super cool. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Most of these, I believe, are from sellers in Germany that I've purchased from over the past few weeks. All right. Still caught in the corner there. Alrighty. So, have some kind of postcard here, it looks like. Oh, that's neat. So, yeah, trained in Vienna, Baumgarten, September 1953. Oh, that's pretty cool. Not a huge train guy, but I know somebody who is. So let's see. I honestly don't remember what card this is. We're going to find out together. Looks World War I, I'd guess, by the backing, but they used them a lot in World War II, so I might be wrong. I am wrong. All right, so that is Josef Sachs, it looks like, who was a Gefreiter in a Vorausabteilung. Not quite sure what a Vorausabteilung is off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up later. But he was killed December 17th, 1941 in the assault on Sevastopol. And we see here an actually really nice field photo of him. Mauser, ammo pouches, wearing a helmet. Super, super cool. I love these field photos. They don't show up too often on death cards. They're always interesting to see. Looks like there's almost like snow on the ground. Who knows? This could have been taken in Russia during the Barbarossa campaign. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And then, yeah, having the World War I era covers is also super, super cool. But yeah, really nice card. So we'll go ahead and move on here. The next card envelope had seller's name front and back, so I already had to open it. But this is a civilian card for Peter Scher and his wife Magdalene, born Nolan, and their daughter Hildegard, who were killed in an air raid on March 11th, 1945. So you do see, they're not super uncommon, these cards for like multiple family members killed during the air raids. Of course, the strategic bombing campaign during World War II, there were a lot of civilian casualties as a result. And unfortunately, Peter and probably his entire immediate family were killed during that raid. Moving on here to the next one. I need to sharpen my knife. It doesn't seem to open envelopes as well as it used to. Well, that's all right. Okay. So I could probably have a sales invoice there, so let me just clear all that away. And it is my sales invoice. So this is kind of a weird card. So here we have like a normal backing. It's a logo for a company I'm not really super familiar with. But then on the front of the card, instead of having like a, dates of death and everything, we have two small cutout actual photos for an E Polecocker and an R Polecocker. R here seems to be in the Kriegsmarine. And E, who I'm assuming is his brother, is wearing an SS uniform. And then we have a small family grave there, it looks like. And we have Vaughn something or other, and then it's really weird. I've never seen a card like this. Like, I occasionally see cards for sale that have like a newspaper clipping of the deceased with like their information placed on the card in place of like the normal text. I never managed to get a copy for some reason. I just never have really bid on them, though I should have examples in my collection. But yeah, just really a weird card, honestly. I'm looking forward to doing some research, though. Without dates, it's going to be pretty difficult. And I have my jeweler's loop here, so let me just take a look at this back printing. And yeah, it is a period printed card back, I can tell. So yeah, very, very strange. So if anybody's got any information on that, please let me know, because I'm kind of at a loss as to what the story is behind those types of cards. Moving on here, we have a bit of a thicker mailing envelope. This is our second to last package for today. Okay, make sure there's nothing else left in the envelope. Looks like we're good. And let's cut some tape here, it looks like. Oh yes, this is pretty cool. So very rarely do I get the chance to get non-German cards. They just really don't seem to come up on eBay super often. And I was very thankful, I'm looking with the wrong terms, but I'm very thankful to have another World War I French card here for Albert and Joseph Geisel, or Albert and Joseph Geisel. Actual photos, not just printed right on the card here. Albert was in the 44th Infantry Regiment, 44th Colonial Infantry Regiment, and was killed in the Argonne in, July 2nd, 1915, at the age of 41. And there's a citation for him there. And then his brother Joseph was a sergeant in the 34th Battalion of the Tirailleurs Senegalese. So I guess they're both from colonial units, which makes sense. 3rd Company, and he was killed June 4th, 1918, at the age of 22. Super interesting. Definitely looking forward to researching this one. Like I said, I don't get the chance to buy non-German cards very often. They just really don't come up, at least in my experience. So finding these was super cool, and I ended up getting a pretty good price on them as well. So moving on to the final card. This is the big card. As I said, unfortunately, the envelope was had the seller's name on both sides, so I'm going to open it from this end to keep up the suspense for a moment longer. But this is a... I could not believe, A, that this card came up for sale, B, that I was able to win it and not break my bank account in the process. This is a 6-panel card as well, which is very cool. And so we're going to open it up here. Yes, this is the 6-panel death card of Vice Admiral Reichsgraf von Spee and his 2 sons, Otto and Heinrich. So Maximilian Johannes Maria Hubertus Reichsgraf von Spee was a vice admiral in the German Navy during the First World War, and is most famous for commanding a group of ships that was, caught away from Germany when the fighting started, and him and his 2 sons would be killed during the Battle of the Falklands on December 8th, 1914. So Maximilian, the father, would die on board his flagship, the SMS Scharnhorst, and his son Otto, who was a lieutenant, was killed on the SMS Nuremberg, and his other son, Heinrich, was killed on the SMS Gneisenau. And so you probably recognize the Scharnhorst and the Gneisenau. Those names were reused during the Second World War, but yeah, super cool. I really haven't found too many naval cards from World War I from Germany, but finding one for an admiral, and a famous admiral at that, was super, super cool. And I was looking at it when it was in the envelope. Let me take a closer look with my jeweler's loupe, and now that it's out of the envelope and I have it in hand. And that is definitely period printing. So this is an original card for Admiral von Spee and his 2 sons. So super cool. Highest ranking military officer in my collection up to this point is now Reichsgraf von Spee. I'm definitely looking forward to doing a video on him in about 20 years, whenever I get to this card in my backlog. But yeah, it came up. I couldn't believe it, and I ended up getting a really good deal. So super cool card. I thought it was a good way to kind of kick off Sterbebild September with this really neat new edition. And yeah, overall, we had some really, really interesting death cards. World War I French, this card with all the cutout photos, possibly a field photo for this one. So yeah, super, super awesome unboxing. I'm very excited for this Sterbebild September. Between these awesome cards, there's some really cool stuff coming up in some of these death card videos over the next month. And then starting on, I believe, September 21st, 2023, we will be getting my first long format, super research documented series on the memorial booklet I have for the Gustav Hoffmann Shoe Company. So yeah, starting the 21st will be the first episode of The Elephant Remembers. And that's going to go on for the rest of the month. There's going to be 10 episodes. I think by the end of it, it'll work out to about an hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes, give or take. So I'm so pumped. I really hope you guys enjoyed this month. I hope you guys enjoyed the unboxing. Just thank you all for watching the channel. I can't tell you how much it means to be seeing the comments, getting the engagement with you guys. This is a very niche topic and a very niche hobby. So having the subscriber base I do, and having you guys that check in week after week, it really does mean a lot to me. So just thank you all for everything that you do. Happy collecting, and I'll see y'all again very soon.